Hope you're buying fish and chips. Fish and chip weather, I can tell you that. Who we got on? Come on, tell us who we are. We're all quiet. You know, I showed you that plant last week, that onion. I forgot to take it home. This is our fast grown. That's the big one. You know, the big one I had last week. Look at that. That pale growth there. All of that is new since I showed you the video. Grow like lightning. This whole thing gets replaced about twice a year, 3 times a year. You know, it goes yellow, drops off, and then another one comes up. Vapor Wicked. I'm watching. Vapor yours. You're in the shop then. Yes, I'm in the shop now. It's going to be a quick video today though, folks, because I've got to get back. Because the dog, as you know, yesterday, I don't know if you did know, but I think I told you, he had to go to dentist, if you like, to vets, and have a tooth out. Well, the dog's teeth, I think he said that it was the fourth one. They've got one big tooth. They've got loads of if you pull your dog's lip back and you look at the teeth, they've got loads of little ones, and then they've got one big one. It's like a W-shaped thing. And that's the main anvil, if you like, the cruncher. And what can happen is that can shatter because it's actually got 3 roots on it like this. And they chop them off each root, take the top off, and then they have to extract each root. Anyway, they took that out, and they also took the one next to it at the back because they said that one was loose. He had a huge abscess under it. Well, he was traumatized. When I got him back last night, he was absolutely traumatized. He was in agony because they give him some painkillers, like, but he was in agony. He was whimpering all night. So I want to get back and give him a cuddle because he needs it. He didn't even shut his eyes. You know what I mean? When he did shut his eyes, he was like this. He'd been traumatized by it. So he needs looking after. Me and Mum are okay. She's cooking the dinner at the moment. She just rung up. She says, "Do you want fillet steak or cottage pie?" So I've no idea. Well, she calls it shepherd's pie. But of course, that's lamb, and we don't eat lamb. But if it looks like a shepherd's pie, it's a shepherd's pie. You know what I mean? It's brown with taties on it. I don't know why they call it a pie. Pie's not, it's not a pie at all. Pie's got a crust on it, hasn't it? Top and bottom. Liam's done us a video today. You know, we were on about the SXK and billet box stuff and that. It would be, that is what it is. I think he's frightened that if he falls asleep, somebody's going to get him again. I think you're right there, Facebook user. I've just given some painkillers this morning, but you know. Yeah. Anyway, Liam's done us another video this week, and this time he's done it on the. I always get these wrong. KRMA. No, I'll show you what he's done. Get ready for a surprise. Share screen. The Chrome tab. Tell me if you can hear it. Liam. Share audio. Share. Go.
I'm going to do a video on the KRMA bridge by 6K for the billet box. That's the box. It's in 3 different pieces. I'll just assemble it so you can see it. So that's what it looks like when it's all put together. It has a chimney piece, a deck piece to hold your cotton legs in, and the actual base. It's 2 posts, if you can see that. 2 posts. In the box, you'll get 5 inserts. There's a 1mm, 1.5, 2, 2.5, and a 3mm. And without no insert, it's 3.5mm. Comes with some extra screws. You can't see because they're that small. And an Allen key. It's 510 threaded at the bottom, so you can just screw it directly onto any mod. So, just grab a coil. I'm going to be building this in MTL. So I've got a 26 gauge, 8.5 wrap. I'll make it a 9. There we go. Right, so start off, loosen your screws at the top. One. There's 2. I'm going to grab the 1mm insert because that's what I prefer to use for MTL. What I do is just pop it on top. It press fits inside like that. Press fits inside. So I'll take the coil, one leg in one side, one leg in the other. It's similar to the inside of my steam tuners if you've used that. Once it's in, tighten the screws up. 1, 2. Don't go over tightening them, you don't really need it. It'll hold it just fine. Line up my coil. That. It's quite easy to build on. I'll clip my leads. There we go. Turn the watch down. Recoil a dry burn. Just make it so you can see a bit better. There you go. Coil's glowing nice and even, so realign it. There we go. So that's what, yeah, where are we? That's what it should look like. Nice and even. Let it cool down. Right. Take some cotton, if I can find it. Take a cotton. It's just cotton bacon V2. So I've got to hand. Pull it through your coil like you normally would. Not too tight, not too loose. Like so. Focuses. Right. Easiest way to wick it is put this on top. Right. So that's got a little notch in there. So focus. There's a little notch. You can, just see it there. And that lines up with a notch on the deck on the front. There. So to wick it, put your cap on like that. Crush your cotton legs and push down. It'll make like an indent on your cotton. And there, just cut it on the line. Like that. I'm using this with MTL, so you might want a bit less cotton if you're using it direct long. Go. So from there, you can just put your cap on, make sure there's cotton's not in the way. There we go. Right. So your cotton will just sit. Just got to focus. Cotton will just sit in there. Then take it off. You can see the cotton in the wicking holes at the bottom. There, just poke your cotton a little bit. So there's a little bit of an hole. Make sure none of it's hanging out. So there's none hanging out. There's little bits of there's a little bit of an hole for the juice to sit in. Just done that, grab your juice. Put a bit on. Oh. Put a bit on. Like that. Take your brewer tank. These are the new coloured ones we've got in. Slide your glass off. Put the top chimney in first. Go, and then just drop your decking. Line it up with the chimney. I'll press fit in. Like that. Then press it all together. lube this up a bit so it'll slide in. Hey. Once you've done that, fill your tank up, blah de blah de blah. Take your billet, thread it, drop in your tank, nip it up, and then turn this flush nut down. There we go. Reading out 1.06 ohm. 15 watts. Working just fine. That's pretty much it. Yeah.
I think that were really rather good. Very informative, that, wasn't it? Very good, Liam. Well done. So if you're fancying one of them, that is how you put the thing together. Liam said he's going to be doing all the different ones of them, because we've got quite a few different versions of different things. It really is a pretty good system, is the billet box one, but obviously the real ones, the genuine things, are very, very expensive. These SXK versions are, I think, between 70 and 90 quid, something like that. Depends on which version, because there's two versions, 60 watts and 70 watts, some DNA and some not. This one is a little message for our Ian. Are you still on there, Ian? Because if you are, you're going to need to tell me what you want. Because as soon as I've done this, I've got a video to record, and then I've got another 2 to edit. Dear me. If anybody wants to come on, by the way, I forgot to put this up earlier. It is that one. That is the stream if you wanted to come and join in this chat with your webcam or whatever, phone, mobile, and just as a matter of interest for anybody who's been watching the rocks, I've decided not to put the rocks in this video because mostly you're not interested in it. So I'm doing the rocks in their own video, so I'm not ramming it down your throat. But if you're interested, there is some other stuff on there. But before you vanish, before I say ta-ta, I wanted to just show you this. This is regarding what we've been talking about with the rocks. Share screen. If you were to go to cabin mods now, you would see that we've got rock tumblers on the website. And that is the Crown £3 professional version, 90 quid. In England, the normal version is 120, 130 quid, and it's tinny. This thing is built like a brick, something or other. Extremely good value for money. I'll stop casting that for you. For those interested, what else we've got? Oh yeah, and the channel is back up. The vaping channel, if you're interested in that. It's not that long letter at end now. It's now Vape It with Les. What else we got on here? Show that. The buttons all over. Of course, we had a new juice last week, which is Pinaco, which I did for Alan. This is absolutely beautiful. This is a smooth organic American net tobacco, which is flue cured, so it's not smoky, it's flue cured, and it's got a natural sweetness to it. And in the middle of it, we've got peanut butter, custard, and deep vanilla. But it's not vanilla-y, if you like. It's the three, all them flavours bounce off each other and produce something really rather special. That is really rather good. Don't be getting in your head that it's peanut butter, because it's not. It doesn't taste like just like peanut butter. It's not. It's something entirely different. Because it's the percentage that you use of peanut butter that makes it either peanut buttery or not, isn't it? So yeah, it's all in there. Very, very nice. It's on the website. Comments. We've got 2 comments. Carl says he'd like to play with his rocks with his hands, and that would explain why they are smooth and bald then. Like getting his rocks off. Vapor Wicked, save me 1 flower. I don't know who Vapor Wicked is. Dog, I told you about the dog, didn't I? Well, it started off at 600 odd quid. It was actually 700 quid because we paid 700 quid the previous week. But they dropped the price this time. They charged me 570 quid for that dog. And an extra 20 quid for smelling salts for me. To bring me round. Worth every penny. It's not worth getting dog insurance these days. And how many people out there have got dog insurance? You've probably not got dog insurance if you own a cat, of course. You know what I mean? If you've got a dog, how many people have got insurance? Because, I mean, when we got our dogs, they're 10-year-old this year. When we got our dogs, we insured them both for one of these, what they call lifetime policy. So it don't matter if you get the same illness again and again and again, you can still keep claiming again and again. Whereas a normal policy is an annual policy. This is the difference between different policies. And if your dog gets ill in that year, the following year, they won't cover you for that illness. Do you know what I mean? So you end up, they'll only cover you, the dog, if an aircraft hits it or something like that. Because they eliminate everything. To cover their asses, basically, isn't it? Anyway, started off, our dogs, I mean, you've seen what they are. They're like Jack Russell Border Terrier crosses. So they're not, you know, wickedly expensive dogs, fancy dogs or like that. Started off, I think it was 25 quid a month for both dogs, right? That's what insurance do. 25 quid a month for both dogs, which covers all your vet bills. You have a what do you call it? A surplus that you have to pay in advance. I forgot what we call that. Anyway, you'll notice that it starts to creep up your insurance, even if you don't have a claim. It creeps up. Right? Well, and you'll think, oh, well, 30 quid a month there. Ooh, 40 quid a month. So it goes on like this. But as soon as you have a claim, even on one of these policies like which is an all life policy, as soon as you have a claim, the amount of money that is paid out on that claim is added to next year's policy amount that you pay. Do you know what I mean? So it's not actually an insurance policy. It's basically a loan. It's a loan until next year because then they're going to sting you back for it. That's how it works. So it got to a situation where our dog insurance for 2 Jack Russells were 1,200 quid. 1,200 quid a year for 2 Jack Russells. So sadly, these are our last dogs. I'm not prepared to do it anymore because it's just become outrageous. Unfortunately, it's vet bills that's done it, because as soon as the vet realizes that you've got insurance, they start umping prices up because they start doing unnecessary things. This is my experience based on what I've seen myself and my experience. When you've not got it, they do X tests, but when you tell them that you've got insurance, it then starts to expand. And that's the problem, because, like I said, there is no justification, I don't think, in saying £500-600 to remove a dog's tooth. But I mean, I can't see the justification in that. I know they do a lot of training, but you only do the training the once, like, don't you? You know, you get these vets at 60-year-old that are ready to retire. So, well, it's a long training thing. That was 40 years ago, Cock. We all train for his jobs. You know what I mean? So I don't think that's any justification. But the trouble is they've got your ear, haven't they? They've got your ear. Because what are you going to do about your dog or your cat or your bird or your reptile or whatever it is? You can't just make it suffer. So they've got you like that. And there's no competitors. It's a non-competitive market because there's just nobody else can do it, bar the vets. A classic is the tablets. We were on about this with Stan the other day, and Sally. They had their dogs to vets, and they were on about the medication. And you've got like pain relief and anti-inflammatories and all this. But you've got the names and stuff. And you look at it and you say, and she had a list, and she said like this anti-inflammatory, 14 tablets, £22.63. This other tablet, 12 tablets, £22.19. And then underneath it should put the recommended retail price from the Vet Meds website, the one where you can just go and buy it. Same tablets, each one, £1.60 and £2.93, right? And that's retail, right? And they're charging 20 odd quid. And you say, well, they've got to make money somewhere. Well, no, just a minute. They've charged you a consultation fee, haven't they? So they've already made the money. So basically, you're paying through the nose. It's larceny, is that? That is a crime known as larceny. So yeah, there's no reason for that, but you can actually get a prescription off the vet. But as soon as the vet knows that you're going to do it online, they'll just charge you 25 quid per prescription. Even though it's just a piece of paper and it costs them nothing, it's 25 quid because that prevents you from going and doing it. Because they insist on making that money out of you anyways if you've got tablets. It's a closed market, you see. It's what happens when you have a closed market. No competitors. Eh dear. It does make it a lot easier. Vapor Wicked. You've got more faces than more heads than a pack of Gillettes. It's legal theft. It is. I'm sure that's a crime, you know, larceny. Larceny is the act of ripping somebody off. And that is a rip-off, isn't it? You know, there's a difference between it's almost the equivalent of the government spending 20 quid a packet on paracetamol when you can get it for 78 pence at Asda. Do you know what I mean? It's that kind of larcenogenic kind of rip-off. When something is 20 times, 30 times what it costs, that's not business, that's just larceny. Because there's nobody else, you can't get it from anywhere else, can you? Most of the stuff's the same stuff as they use for bloody humans anyway. It's all generic. The things we do for our animals. What can you do? They get you, don't they? Has anybody got any questions for me? Has anybody got anything to say? I never commit larceny, no. I look after everybody, me. Bar me. You got them? Oh, better not say. We got them planters, but nobody wiser. I hope you have. Give them plenty of sun. They need as much sun as you can give them. So now then, here's the thing. If you are a vapor, get over to YouTube and sign up to the channel, Vape It with Les. I've just relaunched it last week. I've got a couple of vids up. There's a super PMP tank that's coming. Only a disposable thing, kind of. Well, it's not disposable because you can change coil in it, you know. It takes the Vinci coils. And I did a little video the other day and it's really, really good. For 11 quid, you can't go wrong. The 7 quid, the coils in box. Yeah, really good. Good. Duet video. Better than doing an always ultra. I love them adverts that you see up telling her, itchy fanny, you want Vagisil. It's basically what they say, oh, you got an itchy fanny, go get a tube of Vagisil. So, I mean, you wouldn't, I mean, can you imagine them adverts running in 60s and 70s? What's the one that do? Oh dear. Well, I think I'm going to actually call it a day. I'm going to call it. I've only been in half an hour, but it's quick. I've got an awful lot to do today, and like I said, I want to go and see to my dog. Is more important to me than most things. Yeah. Tampon advert. Don't just insert the tip. Push it up to the grip. Don't smoke cigarettes. Insert it with license. You crazy bastard. Right, well, I am going to upload some videos later, but they're not to do with this, really. It's to do with the rock tumbler, that one I was showing you. I've done a video on it, and yeah, I've got all sorts of frigging things to do, but most importantly, I want to go and cuddle me dog. Right, so I'm going to love you and leave you, and I'll catch you later in the week. Adieu.